BuzzThunder, bro.
Yo,
Thanks,
what up,
Buzz.
Choke?
What's going on?
Oh, just hanging out, playing Nintendo.
Playing Nintendo.
Well, actually watching Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys are wanting to watch me play, but this is still entertaining.
What do you mean? This is gonna be great.
Yeah, but I've been drinking, so take set skills.
Well, I definitely have been drinking. So.
I don't drink anymore, really. I just don't drink any less either.
There you go. You know what you're talking about.
Or the ever classic, I didn't drink for 11 years. And then I turned 12.
And then I turned 12. Yeah, I haven't had a drink in like 2 minutes.
I just went and grabbed 2 beers. That should get me through the first half of this.
Yeah, definitely. See, if you get on my level, then 2 beers should get you through the entire run.
That's really probably more practical for me, but I like to talk
like, yeah. It's like, oh shit, I got a race starting. Okay, put 2 beers out there and I'll be okay.
Yeah, the wife makes fun of me. I grab 2 beers when I get home. I finish 3/4 of the first one. Don't open the second one. And even after all these years of marriage, she's like, "Why do you do that? You never finish them." I'm like, "Listen, when I was 22, I used to. And
Right.
This is what I'm used to. So
it's hard to adjust.
it's a habit that I may take with me to my grave. I don't know. Although this is the first day I've been off a call in a long time, so.
Okay, so yeah, you can take advantage.
Yep.
Nice.
And we're going to the beach tomorrow, the coast, whatever people call it.
That sounds solid.
Yeah, guy.
Hello.
I think my voice is overpowering you guys. I'm going to turn myself down a little bit.
Pretty confident there. I feel like your voice is pretty equal to the rest of ours, but you know.
I mean, if we had a voice competition, like me and Buzz can't be on the same team.
I see what you did there.
That's gold right there.
You guys ready?
I think the question is, are you ready?
Probably not. I'm drinking.
So wait, I just want to make sure we're just watching Choke's stream because that's what I'm watching. I just want to make sure we're watching it at the same pace.
Excuse me, I am watching it too, but we can get out of sync. So.
Okay, so there may be a mandatory F5.
It could happen, and I'm still experimenting with my friend guy, or my stream. So if it gets crappy, just let me know. I'm still playing with the settings, which that'll work well for me.
So this covers all bases then.
Yeah.
Is this a tournament seed?
Yes.
Okay.
Should I do Tempest just because everything dies instantly if I look at it? No,
I want you to do everything with the dot where you don't know whether it's going to be on or not.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, don't actually do that.
I didn't even know that was an option.
It's a madness option.
It's crazy.
Okay, coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen, we have ChokeMeILikeIt playing a tournament seed on Zelda Randomizer, and joining me today is Larry, AngryLarry.
Hold on,
How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good. Choke is playing legendary player Guy Ledouche today, head to head. Choke is the 13th seed. Guy is the 63rd seed.
What?
Yeah, I saw that up on the leaderboard, but I think that Choke is much higher. Oh, he does the BuzzThunder over.
Choke starts out with the layout option of BuzzThunder to start. This is going to confuse everybody. You didn't even start the timer, dude. What are you doing?
That's why I'm not moving. I'm working on it. I don't know. All my controller settings went away, and this won't set the hard key for my controller.
You got Snorks and Gummy Bears
The
on there.
overlay took me completely by surprise. I'm thrown off my game completely. Larry, you're going to have to fill the time for me.
Don't know.
Well, let's get a time check here. I have Choke at 0.00.
Yes, I have that as well.
He's facing in the north direction.
It looks like we have guys with I think those are called Snorks.
They're Snorks, yeah. I don't know their names though, but he said you weren't good enough for Smurfs, so he put Snorks on there.
I think there's a Care Bear up at the top.
No, that's a gummy bear.
That's a gummy bear.
Yeah, it's wearing clothes.
Okay.
You're not good enough for Care Bears, he said.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
All right, and here he goes. He goes north.
And actually going. Oh, looks like we have some. All right. See, I don't even know what to do here.
So, Buzz, what is your preferred method when you first start the game?
Now, Larry, I'm glad you asked that because.
Oh, we have a level.
We have level something.
That's 4, I believe.
Compass immediately.
I believe that's level 4.
Right? Compass.
Compass is correct. Yes.
Here, say your catchphrase for me, Larry.
That's my mama.
No, I thought your catchphrase was that's level 4.
Was what?
I think that's level 4.
Oh, I think that's level 4. It's not level 4 though. As he goes up and finds.
It's not level 4. No, it's definitely not level 4.
Level 2.
It looks like level 1.
2.
It might be level 2.
There's 2 grid rooms and the 2 columns there go vertical with no rooms.
Now this is a good strategy going in because there's a lot of items that just lay out on the floor in level 2. But he's leaving anyway.
I don't agree with that decision. It seemed like an easy enough dungeon. He doesn't have any sword or anything to kill anything with, but I don't know if he explored all of the doors and options. He could have found a magic rod just laying on the ground.
That is correct. He could have found a boomerang as well. Or a candle, I don't know.
Could have been anything. It could have even been a boat.
I need to commit to this character. Sorry, I keep dropping character.
We have our first any road, and he's going to decide to take it and find out where it goes.
Going up to the power bracelet spot, but not a power bracelet blocked.
Well,
so
interesting there. He
news.
didn't go and check the Armos items though, and he was 1 screen away, and he was a few screens away from the other Armos statues that could have potentially held, again, the magic rod or something else.
Yes, but I agree with the strategy. If you find an any road, I think it's good to uncover all of them, just so that you can kind of plan. Especially if you find one close to start, then you can plan out your route.
Well, here he goes right now. He found the last any road, and it is by an Armos statue area. And he just finds a staircase. But the only problem with that is if you go to an area without the power bracelet that's a power bracelet spot, and you're not comfortable clipping back in, then you're stuck where you are.
That is a risk, however, it is low percentage. So what he did is perfectly fine in my position.
Well, hopefully he goes back to that other spot and realizes he was 1 screen away. Yep, he did.
Okay, here we go, clearing the second Armo spot, and we find another staircase. Now for some reason he got hit there. The strategy is to just keep walking down on an arm. Oh, and the money-making game, he gets a 54. Larry,
you gotta believe that was a nod to me.
Now, normally I say do not gamble under any circumstance.
Always gamble.
Apparently you're right, because 94 rupees is way better than.
Well, he just lost. He just 15. Lost 20 or whatever. But this is see, now he's a little bit out of order because he took that any road. He didn't fully explore the whole starting path up to the Armos statues that are northwest of level 4.
Yeah, normally I would go back to where I started when I found an any road, and then I would explore that. That would give him 3 out of 3. Then you could come back to the spot where he is right now and search the other 2, since he has not a lot of screens to search.
Well, this is a big choke point here, and especially with dudes throwing spears, moblins throwing spears. Half a heart, he might not make it out of there, and he does die. So now he'll start back at the beginning and probably will go to the other Armos statue.
That is an unfortunate death for ChokeMeILikeIt. He takes a death, and now he has to start over at the starting screen.
You can hear him working the controller trying to screen scroll there, but then he decides to give up. But he's going to have to do it here to get by.
Now, this is one of the most one of the more important aspects of Zelda Randomizer and all of modern Zelda playing is the discovery of this screen scroll. It can save you a ton of time if you're able to do it properly.
I feel like he's getting too close to the edge when he's trying to do it.
It's hard to say. That was a
There he
good one
goes.
right there. It just took him a minute to get it set up.
But he opts to go over to level 3, vanilla level 3, instead of up and back to the Armos items. Where was that any road? I cannot see his Z helper.
Yeah, I can't see it either. He's got this,
He's got the BuzzThunder Loves Care Bears, Gummy Bears screen on. But I do not feel like the any road was... Oh, he's going there now. Okay, good. The cave west of 4, and he finds a shop that's really not all that useful. It has the shield, though, for very cheap. So if he is rich in rupees, he may decide he's going to buy one. Although if it is a rare shop, he may not come back. And look what we have. The run is saved.
The rod and the bombs right away. In 5 minutes, I would take that any day of the week.
He went back to Z help for us. Thank you, Choke. But he killed...
Oh, there we go.
He killed an enemy in drop pool B first, and on the global counter, the first kill, or any kill that's ending in the number 1, is a potential bomb drop, so it's always worth it to kill the blue Octorok or blue Moblin, or something that drops a bomb first.
Oh, he got another one as well.
Yeah, that's probably kill 6, I think. I think they're on 1, 4, and 6, but I'm not too sure about that. 1 is definite, though.
1... Yeah, it's 1, 6, and 8.
1, 6, and 8. Okay, so that was probably the 6 still, though.
But now he's moving right along, getting some bombs, getting the rod. He's going to be able to clear out the overworld much quicker than he would be without those items.
You see here, I would have saved and then bombed the area because he's losing bombs and he's losing rupees when he does it. And if that happens, he can just restart the game and then preserve the bombs and his rupees at that time. He was so close to start anyway, it was probably worth it to do that.
Yeah, that's a strategy that I would try to incorporate myself as well. Just because it doesn't really take you any extra time to do the save, and then when you bomb those start rooms, you never know if you're gonna get screwed or not. So it's better to play it safe.
Yeah, looks like he's going back over to the northeast to finish what he didn't finish before. There's still that Armos item out there, so I would go south here.
That's
to the
not
last
correct,
spots.
Larry. He actually already...
Oh, we got it. I'm sorry. You're right. It was the magic rod.
Yes, if you were paying attention...
Yeah, I was. No, I was so excited for the magic rod that I forgot it was the magic rod. And that's why I am not that good at this game either. Because I would have went south and I would have started searching for Armos items. But maybe if I was tracking it myself, I would have known.
Honestly, there's not much more you can hope for than finding the rod and the Armos statue early, and then there's another dungeon.
And hoping it's not a Wizrobe dungeon because he
in.
only has the magic rod.
Exactly. I would go back to that Gorilla dungeon that he found at level 2, and I would beat the shit out of everything I found in there because I have a rod.
Yeah, listen, a red ring could be on the floor or any of the required items like a ladder or bow or...
Oh, there's a nice Triforce early.
Very quick. I wouldn't pick it up yet. He's always an up A away from it. Keep exploring.
But with the Riz robes, I would grab the Triforce and then leave just to see, because you never know. You might not need that item. It might just be better to grab that Triforce and run.
It might be, but he threw a controller, so I think he got mad to find the Triforce. I think I heard that on his stream.
Luckily, we had a few people send him over multiple controllers just in case.
Okay, it is
Okay,
level...
from the look of his map there, it is level 6 that he just got the Triforce from.
So that definitely weighs in the decision later on of whether you come back or don't come back. 6 is probably middle of the road in terms of size of the dungeon. It's very linear to start, and then it branches off, so it's really not hard to cover rooms. But it is a Wizrobe dungeon, and you may not need it, so early Triforce, get out, and go back to level 2, I say.
I agree completely. Early in the game, you get the Triforce level 6. You might not have to go back, so why risk walking around in there and wasting time?
And with the Gorilla set and a magic rod here, it should be pretty easy. Now, there is that key door to the left, and if he scrolls on the overworld if he comes in to the dungeon coming from the left screen, actually going right to that screen where the dungeon is, that key door will open. That might probably be worth it then using a bomb, but this bomb drops in this dungeon anyway, so I guess it's all the order of you getting things.
Yeah, one of the easily exploitable glitches is to just come in from the side, exit, and then see it. Or you could bomb going left, but those are only a couple rooms in level 2, and he's decided to just go through the heart of the dungeon and try to clear out everything else, because for the odds are against those couple rooms having any important items in them.
And it still could be an old man room as well, so that would take one of them out of play.
Exactly.
So he has a theory, I know Choke, I watch him play a lot, that the item is always either in the top of the moon, in the point, or 2 rooms south of where you would enter for the top of the moon. So I bet that's weighed into his decision not to go left there or not to bomb left.
Interesting theory. I'm pretty sure that randomizer means random, so
yeah,
it could be anywhere.
He plays his odds, as he's once told me. And
hey, I understand it, but that doesn't mean I agree with it.
Doesn't mean anything. No, I probably would have bombed left, because I'd rather go there quick than to come back. Although the Triforce puts you back there anyway. I don't know. I would have probably just liked the Triforce to be my last thing and then just leave.
Yeah. Well, in the 5 double block room here with a block, he does have to kill all these wall masters. There is no drop in this room possible, but you got to get that door open.
You want to stay away from this stopwatch too.
Yes, I would avoid the stopwatch because it would make you have to re-enter the room and start from scratch.
All right, there's one
the
of the
old
bomb
man.
drops. And we get the hint that level 3 is near the desert.
A very good hint early, because he can uncover that and hopefully get through it.
It could be a power bracelet spot though.
That is correct. Oh, we got the raft.
The raft in level 2.
Raft. I think that is the confirmation of a catchphrase for my cohort Larry.
It's 6 A's in raft, by the way.
Yes, spell it right. If you're gonna put it in chat, spell it right.
Feels raft man is the E-mode.
That's very good. Feels raft man. I like that.
So he just takes his second
and we
Triforce
have the
now.
Triforce. Second Triforce actually do make it very good time. 2 Triforces in 12 minutes is nothing to sneeze at. I wouldn't even cough at that, actually.
It's interesting to see where he goes now, because he has the start area mostly done in and around, and the northeast partially done. And it looks like he's going to go to the Dead Woods and probably up to the graveyard. Now Choke is my normal co-op partner, so I understand fully what he does here. Well, actually, he's going to the Any Road. He probably is going northeast. He normally likes to start out go to the Dead Woods, then up to the graveyard and around. But maybe when he runs it solo, he likes to do things differently, as we're seeing. He's going
with the Any Road
clip himself
setup,
into
the
a
way
lake.
that it is, I would definitely attack the northeast. Sorry.
Yeah, now that he has a wand, he can easily handle these moblins on this screen.
Yeah, these moblins are not looking nearly as difficult as they would. Especially with that rod. What a great early find that rod is.
I wonder if he went up to
Another
reset the
dungeon.
spawn, or if he went up because he didn't realize he went up already. But he did find a level, and he's going to potentially open the door. This looks like it is level 5 or 8.
Oh, that shouldn't have bombed left because he entered from the left. That was kind of...
Well, he did enter from the left, didn't he?
So that should have...
No, he entered from the top because he went up the ladder and came back down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it does still appear like it's level 8.
Either way, we have a wand, or a rod, I should say, and we have a Guerrilla setup, which means he can kill every enemy in this dungeon.
And he gets the hint to where
And a
level
good
9
hint.
is. I don't like the by a lake hint. That's really ambiguous. It could be anywhere from there.
Not terribly ambiguous because there's not a whole lot of lakes in Hyrule, Larry.
Well, it still can be recorder or raft or anywhere around level 1 or anywhere around the forest down there in the southeast.
You also have the spot above the
the white sword.
The waterfall it qualifies as well.
That's what I mean. It could be.
But-
it really doesn't narrow it down, but later in the game it still could. But again,
It
if you,
certainly narrows it down. I like that hint. I think it's a good one.
I'd rather it say Deadwoods.
And we have a heart container, giving him a total of 5. Which is good because if he does find the white sword, that means he will have a 66% chance of picking it up.
Actually, at this point, it's 50-50. You either can or you can't. Semantics.
That's actually true. You're right.
All right, so I am actually now convinced it's level 8. I still wasn't. Oh, he did go into the 4 rooms on the bottom row. Okay.
It is level 8.
It is hard trying to keep track of what he's doing when you're making notes and you're looking up and down. So
Yeah, you're also just trying to keep talking without even thinking about anything and making it sound like you're saying something. Because a big part of doing commentary is not having dead air.
Choke seemed like he didn't know what direction he wanted to go in. He was checking the map, double checking. Maybe trying to figure out where he was in
He's trying to
relation to
get
other
a-
rooms.
Trying to get a handle on that manhandler right there, and he does
Nice. That was
after
sick.
a few bombs.
And he celebrates with a cracking open of a cold beverage.
I heard that as well. It
Yeah.
sounds like he's enjoying a Pabst Blue Ribbon, maybe.
Yeah, it sounded kind of like a lemon lime drink. Maybe like a Bud Light lime or a Sprite. I couldn't really tell.
Oh, he's doing the dance. That was the signature Larry dance before picking up a Triforce.
Yeah, that is
He
the
picks it
do
up.
I or do I not pick up the Triforce right now dance, because he knows he didn't get either of the item in this dungeon, and it's going to send
Might
him
as
right back
well.
to start.
You might as well pick it up because he's in the top right corner. There's not really a, you're not really going to do any backtracking going back there, so you might as well grab it and then go back for the items. Give yourself a full health. More of a chance to go through and get it. And just walk away from that.
Four-headed monstrosity guarding
Yeah.
that spiral staircase. Jeez.
I would just ignore that guy because he's a...
These are the rooms you want to see. Just Stalfoses. Just for days.
Nice map, picks it up. And
It's the
there's
Isle of
another-
the Four-Headed
Another
Gleeok.
Gleeok.
Every other room is a Gleeok.
2 four-headed Gleeoks here.
Bonus bombs. Still has not
I
found
don't-
the staircase for either item, though.
Oh, and he's blocked there. Gonna
Yeah.
have to go through the eye.
That's a reason why I wouldn't have up aid. But again, then you'd have to backtrack for this Triforce anyway, so I guess it's no big deal. He's showing off there with that block clip through the spiral, through the zigzag room.
That looked good.
Yeah, I was showing off. He's like, I have an iBuffalo controller and I can do things like this now. And he did it.
Saved him a second, maybe 2 seconds. And also, it looked pretty incredible.
So, Buzz, I kind of had the feeling that he got the heart container out of this dungeon already. Can you confirm?
I can confirm that he did.
So, what is his mentality here clearing all the rooms?
it's level 8. You got it early. I'd say you have to find those items because you never know what it could be. He
No,
could
I mean,
find
why
the
is he
red
killing? Why is he killing everything in every room?
Oh, maybe he wants keys. 4 is a good amount, but yeah, I don't know. It might slow you down just a little bit, especially because he's only cleared 2. 3 and 1 are very viable key spots. And it is the magical boomerang.
That is the item.
Unfortunate item.
That is an item you don't want to see anytime, but especially not in 8, because you really like when you can pick up 2 useful items in 8. It makes you feel like more of a man.
A very unfortunate item there, the magical boomerang.
And that was his last bomb, so maybe he is going to hope for bomb drops when he clears rooms. That could be an option.
Oh, and he is Goma blocked going that direction.
He has no bombs to try that wall, and let's see if he can get around. Oh, he just got keyed right in the face.
He just got whamboozled.
Ah, that was Milwaukee's best highlight of the night. Brought to you by BuzzThunder. Have some Jack Link's beef jerky with that. So
that's the best way to wash it down.
Choke opts to come out of level 8 instead of continue, so he probably thinks he is bow blocked there from getting into that last room, but I still don't feel like he explored every room.
There may have been a couple of directions he could have gone, but it's not a terribly unsafe bet to skip another item.
No, and he does find level 3. Actually, it's level 5, right? Goma is the hint in level 5. Level 3 hint would have said Gleok. So he hasn't mismarked on his map. I hope he picks up on that, and he should from this room.
It has to be, from the layout, it has to be level 5.
And the hint for level 6 does confirm that, though.
See, I didn't even know that. That's a really good thing to know, too.
Oh, yeah, whenever you get the hint of where a dungeon is, you always know you're in the dungeon before. And if it's the hint for Aquamentis, that means you're in level 8.
I did not know that.
There you go. So, not a fan of limericks. Choke sees that old man and sighs. It was a pretty good sigh.
A man from Nantucket. I tell you that the rumors about him were greatly exaggerated.
NSU after NSU room.
At least we have ropes.
Yeah, Choke going for the I'm going to check my map every room strat here. He wants to make sure that the start button still works.
Triforce.
And he accidentally lands on the Triforce.
Either way, any way you look at it, 22 minutes with half of your Triforces found. That is a quality time.
The question becomes, though, he has an item left to be desired in level 6 and one left to be desired in level 8. Now, when do you start to panic knowing you don't have the bow or the silver arrow? And then which dungeon do you go back to?
That's true. It's difficult to say. You got to play the odds with the size of the dungeon and the amount of clearing out that you have done before you decide to go back and excavate anything.
That was sick, bro. There's the heart container inside the skeleton.
A very good, another heart container. So we have 100% getting the white sword if it is found on the overworld map now. But up to this point, not really a concern at all because we are able to do absolutely everything with this magical rod.
The only thing we can't do is go back into level 6 at this point because it is a wizard set.
Oh, and we have a tea room. Can't go that way.
I believe
that's the tip of the nose with the stairway, so you're gonna have to go back.
He's now gonna have to find the staircase to the other side, and he did already, right? And that's all right. He's leaving.
And bails out of 5.
Eventually, he's gonna have to go back into any of them. Probably all of them, if it doesn't go in order. That
is one of the big gambles of Zelda randomizer.
Yeah.
Here.
He has no bombs, so I don't blame him for leaving, though, honestly. He's got a nice set of moblins here. He can kill them, duck back into level 8, and then come back out of level 8 and respawn them, but he's actually going to opt to come back out at level 5 and respawn them. Probably not aware that level 8 was right there.
Regardless, a great idea to do that because, hey, free bombs. Just keep grinding. It's only going to take you a couple of minutes.
Yeah, eventually you're going to hit one of the counters, 1, 6, or 8.
I think that coming back out to do the overworld reset on level 5 is actually a higher percentage to get a bomb drop than it is from level 8.
I would actually believe that because Choke did it. And that would make me think that he knows what he's doing because, I mean, come on, the guy's a legend.
I'll tell you, the Choke knows. There it is. He gets the bomb. I'd keep going though. I'd want to go for 8.
I'd go for 8 too. I mean, it's not that big of a dungeon, but there are non-bombable walls there, so you can probably lay three bombs in one of the middle rooms and not come up with anything, and then you need bombs again.
It's worth going for. I mean, I'm not the best bomb counter.
It's the Tom Hanks theory in A League of Their Own. Anything worth doing is worth doing. I don't remember what it was, but it was something like that.
No, that's what it. If something's worth doing, it's worth doing right.
It's worth doing right. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. There you go.
That's what. Yeah, that's such a great movie.
And there's no crying in Zelda.
There is no crying in Zelda. It's like, yeah, I especially like that part in the 6th ending where you scratch your balls for an hour.
Well, anything worth doing is worth doing right.
What a good line.
It's a good line. That movie had a lot of great lines. It really did.
I really liked that movie.
Yeah.
But this is a Zelda stream. We're not talking about movies now. We can easily get sidetracked.
And another thing to note here is Choke never picked up a candle. So
no, he is literally and figuratively in the dark. Sail not to save the princess. A very bad hint, in my opinion. I wouldn't say bad, I would just say not terribly helpful.
Oh, that's not a community hint? That's a real hint. You don't need a raft.
That is a real hint, yes. That means you do not need a raft.
See, now I'm learning something, because I always thought that was just some reference to, like, I don't know, the Twilight Princess or something, some game, the Windmaker that I never played.
Yes, I thought that for a while as well, but that's actually a hint. It doesn't mean you don't need the raft though, because you may need it for another dungeon or another item. But to save the princess, that just means that level 9 is not in a raft spot.
Are you sure? Because to save the princess, you need all 9 pieces of the Triforce, and if you need to sail not to save her, I would think that means that there's no dungeons accessible.
Well, now you're making me second guess myself.
That is something we should ask one of the pros to know for sure.
I think we should. I think we have one of them on the line right now.
Gordon Shumway. He goes by the name.
I think it's Alf. Is this Alf?
Oh,
no. We lost our connection. I'm sorry, folks. We can't.
The Wi-Fi to Melmac is not up today.
That was an interesting up A from that spot because I didn't think he was blocked.
Well, he was blocked.
He didn't have a spot to go.
He was blocked going left because of a ladder, and he couldn't see.
He could have bombed up in either of those spots.
He doesn't have any bombs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. That was my mistake.
And I think he did try to bomb up.
That's what I get for thinking about Alf.
Gordon Shumway. He eats cats. Alright, so Choke is going back into level 8. It's attrition time. He wants to leave Northeast with one more item, and be damned if he doesn't. So what I would be doing is I'd be checking my map right now and determine whether I should take the staircase or not take the staircase. It's kind of like why I said, he's now blocked with the Chevy room.
Gets soft blocked by the Gliok.
And I don't remember if he bombed left from the old man room or not. And we'll see in 1 second if he decides to do it or if he takes the staircase.
Yeah. Bombing left from the old man room. Sounds like my college days. Alright, sorry, I'll stop.
Because it's
Doesn't
really
make
the
any
only place he
sense.
can go without going back to the top of the map. And that's kind of why I said I wouldn't take the Triforce. Because he was at the top of the map already. And he still needed 2 items.
That's correct. The staircase is the only way to the upper portion of that of this level 8 here. You have to go through there.
But there is that one room with a Goma that's blocking it. It might be the only accessible room. The only way to
Yes.
access that room, and it could be the second item room. And if it is, we know it's not the bow that is in that room.
Unfortunately, potential blocks are rampant in this level 8 right now.
We'll see what he does. I need to catch a glimpse of his map again, just to see where he's not been. I know he hasn't been in at least 2 of those rooms in that 3rd row coming from the bottom, from the start. The one left from the old man room.
Just Gleox on top of Gleox, I tell you what.
He just threw his controller
Oh.
again. So he must have got killed by the Gleok. No.
I heard some sort of frustration.
Yeah, he's not happy, whatever it is. Maybe he just didn't like the way the Gleok was shooting at him or something. But he is approaching these rooms now. I believe that room, though, Buzz, was the room that was to the right of the Goma. So the only way to get to it from right now would be from the top, because he tried the bomb from the right-hand side through the old man room.
That seems correct, Larry. Honestly, as a commentator, you'd think that I would be taking notes and paying attention. But however, that is just not the case, because when it comes to Zelda Randomizer, commentators do not need to pay attention to what they are talking about.
That is so true. Not really, though. But yes. But yes, still, but still not really. We love them all.
Kind of. Maybe,
We love them
I
all,
don't
though.
know.
And that's why we're being the biggest posers right now.
I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but I'm doing this out of jealousy and entertainment.
This was my major in high school, in college, by the way. So
Zelda commentary.
they said I had the voice for radio, and they said I had the face for radio and the voice for silent films. So there's another Goma. So we can't get to that room above the other room that's blocked by the other Goma. I believe bombing down here would just bring him back into the blue Goma room.
Oh, and we
Oh
have
no,
the
he's
other
on the
item.
other side, and he found it. Okay.
And the ladder, what a great item to find. Now we are completely done with level 8, and we have one of the most helpful items in the game, the step ladder.
So
we don't
he
even
was,
know what the coast item is. That's a free thing just floating around
yeah,
out
it's
there.
just hanging out there. It could be the ring, could be the boomerang. Who knows?
Because I'm pretty sure it was the magical boomerang was the first item in level 8.
Yeah, level 8 was magic boomerang and the ladder, and level 2 was the raft, and the Armos item was the magic rod, or the wand, whatever you want to call it.
Might be worth a trip. Oh, he's going back into level 5.
Well, he's got the step ladder now. He might as well take care of it, because he was blocked by a step ladder room potentially.
Hey, dungeons and Triforce pieces are what get you through the game. So
Yeah.
that's what your high priorities are.
He already has the Triforce from 5. He is just actually going to look for the item when he's here.
Still terribly impressive. We haven't mentioned it very much, but
He can't go this way, if I remember right. Oh no, he can. Okay.
he can, yes.
He couldn't go one more up. Okay, that's what it. I thought he was blocked from that room, but he was blocked from the room above it. The old
you
man
might be
block, as you
right.
call it.
No, yes, he had the ladder now.
Yeah.
He was T-blocked.
He was T-block. Okay. No, I mean up that first column on the right, in the neck area or whatever you want to call that. I believe the old man was there, right? And he couldn't bomb left.
That's correct, yes.
He's going to try the ladder clip over.
Very, very good clip.
Very good.
Impressive, though.
He bought a new controller, and he's clipping very well.
You may
There's-
not have noticed, but we still do not have a sword.
We also have not found the letter, although he might have found the letter, and I can't tell from his Z helper.
No sword, but no problem. 5 Triforce pieces within 31 minutes and 19 seconds. Choke is on a roll.
Choke is on a roll. He just has to find this last item here and hope it's a good one. So this is the room he was blocked out of before. Well, actually, the one to the right had the vertical moat. This is a horizontal moat, so even if he got through, he could potentially not get to the top 2 rooms. Well, actually, I don't even know where the vertical moat room is then. I lost it. I could have sworn it was that room, and he couldn't go any further. But Heart Container in 5.
Heart Container in 5. Now he is done with 5. He can go ahead up A out of there and continue on his way. Probably head down the coast, see what that item is. Also, there's a raft spot. Take that one as well. Or he could do whatever the hell he wants because I'm not the one playing.
So now he had 2 Heart Containers in 5 with that item. He's got the Heart Container in 2 and the Heart Container in 8, along with the 5 Triforce pieces.
Still 5 Triforce pieces here.
I have a question, though.
36 minutes, looking good.
I have a question, though. What is the 5th Triforce he got? He got level 2, he got level 5, level 6, level 8. What was the other level he was in?
The level 2 that's right by start.
Yeah, 2, 5, 6, and 8.
Oh, I misread that.
I believe he only has 4.
I hope that you're wrong.
Because if you go to the items, he only found the items in 2, 5, and 8. And we know 6 was the early Triforce. He only found Heart Containers in 2, 5, and 8. I believe he hit the split a little bit too soon. Or doubles hit it, or hit it after he got an item. Or when he threw the controller, it hit the split.
I was looking at the split, so you may be correct. It might only be 4.
Because we haven't found 1, we haven't found 3, we haven't found 4, 7, and then, of course,
buy
9.
it. Yeah, there you go. If you have the money, you might as well buy it. I would buy the ring in that situation.
I say definitely buy the ring. Well, that confirms his 4 Triforces, and he did pull back a split.
He reverted that split there.
So hopefully he wasn't listening to our commentary, because that is illegal in racing, and he's at an unfair advantage against Guy Ledouche by knowing this.
No money.
No money, but a blue ring.
Well, that's a fair trade-off, because I don't.
I was so caught up in the dungeons and being able to clear, I didn't realize how unequipped he is for the overworld.
Yeah, he's very. I mean, although the wand, whatever you want to call it, is viable in the overworld against everybody, and safely from a distance as well. If you want to plan your attacks properly against Lionels and stuff, and don't just try to face tank them. But let's also point out, he does not have a candle yet. He found the candle shop at 71 rupees, but he has 0 rupees.
Unfortunately, that 71 rupees would have been good to find before you bought that.
How about a red candle, though, on the coast? Oh, power bracelet.
No, we have a power bracelet. And will he go? No, he does not go to the raft spot.
See, I probably would have went to the raft spot there, even knowing the hint that you don't need to do it, because you can find a pick any one you want and claim the candle at that point.
I agree. If you have the ability to uncover a cave, you might as well do it, because you never know.
Now, what would you do here? No sword, but you have the magic wand. If you found the regular wooden sword cave, would you take the candle? No rupees and no candle right now.
It's a bit of a tough choice, but with the amount of heart containers that he has, I think I would have to take the candle. I
would most likely agree with you. And it's so sad to see him uncover all these money-making games and have 0 rupees to his name.
Cannot gamble, cannot lose. I think that that's actually a very fortunate thing to happen to you.
I've heard it both ways. There's the magic sword on the coast.
We have mags. So I don't want to use catchphrases. We have the magical sword.
He also has the power bracelet, and he was 2 spots away from the power bracelet area, and he opts to go up instead to check the desert / forest transition screen cave, because he still doesn't have a sword, and that's a potential spot for it. There's only about like 5 of them left in the game.
It's almost like he's not entirely sure about what he's doing or what he's supposed to doing. This reminds me of a Raikou Rider run right here.
My priority may not be checking all the open caves if I have the magic rod right now. I may be methodical in just going to anything I can get into, bombable or power bracelet spot or whatever, just to see if I can get a candle from a pick any one you want, or just to see if I can get more rupees to buy a candle or uncover more dungeons. The sword right now, unless it's a Wizrobe room dungeon, is kind of not as important as possibly having the candle so you can open everything there is to open, because he's gonna have to lap the overworld twice as it is, once without the candle and then once with the candle, and that's going to cost him a lot of time, even with the early Triforces.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, because that is the only enemy in the game that you won't be able to overcome is your Wizrobes if you have the magical rod. So unless you have that dungeon, just keep on steaming forward and try to take him out, because there's a chance that he could get that many heart containers and get that magical sword even before the white sword to be able to go back to that dungeon.
It definitely is a possibility, but he has all of Death Mountain, he has all of the Grave, he has all of the Dead Woods.
Yeah, a lot of heart containers are just sitting out there for the taking.
And Lost Hills and all the burnable bushes in the forest. So he has a lot of spots in the overworld right now to get to. He's going to clip over to the power bracelet spot, but then decides to go to the bomb spot south. And he gets a let me ask you a question with hints like those. Does that take place of the hint for where the white sword is, or are those in the game already?
I don't think that any hints are guaranteed. When the seed is generated, mixed means mixed. So you're either going to get a good one or you're going to get a bad one, and they could be all good, they could be all bad. Okay,
I did not know if white sword, magical sword hints were guaranteed, because when you play the normal game, you have those hints as well as, the 10th enemy drops the bomb, and northwest, southwest is the key, stuff like that. So I didn't know if one was fixed and the other was, just to throw in some trolley hints for fun.
Right. As far as I know, and that's not very far, all the hints are completely randomly generated when the seed is as well.
If so, that's very unfortunate for Choke, because that could have possibly been the hint for where the white sword is, and he could have made a V-line right to it.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, it does seem like they do still have those overworld spots. Those might be guaranteed, now that I think about it.
I feel like I've played Seeds and never seen them, though, but I have to...
But yeah, you may have never uncleared the whole thing, so it's hard to say. You'd have to ask Fred.
I'll ask one of the pros.
Oh, you want to ask me? I thought you just did that.
Well, I'll ask Choke. Oh, here we go.
A candle opportunity, and he takes the candle.
See, I probably
even though he has 151 rupees.
Yeah, that's odd, and the candle spot is really.
Right,
I mean,
right
it's
next to some burnable bushes as well.
Yeah, and it's not that far away from the Any Road in 2. I don't know, and he's not. Yeah, I mean, he has a second. He can take a second candle now if he wants. He took a heart container. With no bushes in Death Mountain, and knowing I have the rupees and knowing where the candle is at that point, I may have not taken it, even though I stressed how important taking it was at that point.
With 151 rupees, it's not a big deal to do it because personally, I'm always going to take a candle if I find one early, instead of that one heart container, and rarely does that block you from taking the magical sword. That would be the only disadvantage, is your magical sword. So you might as well just go for it.
Have you ever played an Angry Larry seed where magical swords always cost 14 hearts?
Yes, I played one yesterday.
Okay. Just checking.
Oh, and he gives up on the clip going up the staircase.
This area I always have a tough time with my pathing. I never know if I want to check that spot to the 2 screens to the right where he was first, and then come this direction and then up A, or if I want to just loop around. Well, there is the letter, and you can tell it's the letter because if you're watching his broadcast, he marked the spot with an X on his screen.
You may see an X there, but I see a middle finger and Larry underneath it.
Yeah, LT probably stands for Larry. Go F yourself. That's probably what the T stands for.
But in that area of the game, I choose to go clockwise and do that clip, come on around, and go back.
Especially with the northeast of Death Mountain still to explore, that you can come down the ladder and just go that way and continue on. But
It's
when
not going to save a ton of time, but
it's weird. I always find myself like figure 8ing in that area.
yeah, the difference of time is definitely negligible, but the only reason I do it that way is because I saw Jam Evil do it one time, and that's the way I do it.
Okay. Do you also snap your fingers when the game ends too?
I did it one time because he was in my chat.
Okay. That's a proper call out.
I had to, I had to pay respect.
I like when he does mouth music. That's my favorite. I think I only did it once though, but I made it a thing.
Yeah, Jam's great.
All right, so now he's going east, and he's gonna do the last bombable spot on this row in Death Mountain, and then probably go north and check another open cave up there, so we can still see the sword. And I believe at this point in time,
this is the bomb.
he does miss the bomb. Always put it in the center if you're unsure. And another money-making game. Let's see what he does. Oh, he faked left and then went out. That's not even
I'm
cool.
Saying, I think that was a Larry troll right there, trying to make you think he was going to take the left, but then he just ran out.
Not even cool for that. But as I was saying, I believe this is one of the few... Well, not really, because he has Vanilla Level 1, Vanilla Level 5, Vanilla White Sword area, and then this cave here, as well as the cave in the southwest. Those are all possible spots for the wooden sword. 48 minutes into the game. Yeah, that is another reason why I probably wouldn't have taken the candle if I was in Death Mountain. Because I'm on my way to open caves and there's no bushes.
Use for it. There's no use for it in the Death Mountain.
Yeah. I mean, listen, moot point, because he might lose all of his rupees with door repairs by the time he would have gone down there. And there's no real easy way to get to the candle shop. It's the only one we've seen so far. But he could have still stumbled across it in Death Mountain as well. We don't know it's the rare shop or not.
This run has definitely taken a turn for the worse as far as going over to this northwest spot.
Yeah, look at all the X's on the map.
We were loaded with dungeons, we had items, we had things, we had hopes, we had dreams, but now we just have a shitload of X's.
Looks like Choke's ISP is taking a dump right now.
I haven't seen that many X's since my ex-wife.
Wow. Still going with that, huh?
I guess so. It's really just too easy. You could just save for anything.
As I said, Since my ex-wife is the Norman Chad game. You just take any random sentence and just add "since my ex-wife" to the end of it. Choke finds another
great.
"take anyone you want" and takes the heart container again. So he found 3 of them. Took the heart container out of 2.
Oh, here we go. We have a dungeon. Looks like level 1. I hope it is for his sake, and I hope it has the bow and the silver arrows.
It does look like level 1. It looks a little bit too far over to the right to be level 7, and I don't think any other dungeons left would have 3 rooms on the bottom row.
Definitely level 1, just from the looks of that Zol room there. Yeah, and the Aquamantis room, I'm going to guarantee that this is level 1.
Yeah, I'm going to tend to agree. I believe this is too far over to the right to be level 7.
All right, Larry, we're about 50 minutes into this run. Can we get a item check?
Yes, we have the raft in level 2, the heart container in level 5, magic boomerang and ladder in level 8. Armos item was the wand, and the ladder item was the power bracelet, and the first item in level 1 is the recorder.
Well, that was goddamn impressive because I didn't think you were paying attention.
I have a large monitor.
I certainly was not paying attention.
Well,
I was, but I did not write anything down.
and this is another situation where if he did not take the candle before, he could whistle the level 6 and then just go down, get the candle, and then start burning down the forest. But
Hey, Larry, shoulda, woulda, coulda, all day long. We have the candle, and that's a good thing.
it is a good thing. And we also have the letter. Let's not forget that. Can I have X's in chat for the letter,
remember.
please?
However, if you were trying to play along with him, you would not know where it was because he did not mark it.
He did not. And he picks up the comb pass there.
The comments.
I'm trying to say it like you guys do. I don't hear my accent.
Yeah, it's funny.
He at least now knows where the Triforce is. Still one more item yet to be found in a drop room, and it won't be this room because there's already a drop on the floor, and the double 6 block room does not have an item that drops. Again, it's already on the floor. What I didn't pay attention to is the fact that he may have picked up a heart
Lots
container.
of Dodongos. Oh,
he did not pick
bad
up the
luck
heart
with the Dodongos there. Ate up all of his bombs.
Yeah.
And he gets a fairy drop.
He's got to understand that he can't do the sword
Oh, there's
trick.
there's the red candle.
There, and another reason why I would not have gotten a candle. But hindsight, right?
Hindsight is 40/40.
With only the magic wand and no sword, you can't do the Dodongo trick where he dislikes smoke, gets stunned, and stab him. It does not work with the
I'm not
wand.
aware of that. You need the sword to do that.
You need the
trick,
sword, so
huh?
you have to feed them 2 bombs. So he was probably out of luck in that room no matter what, because he probably wasn't going to get a bomb drop. I don't think they're in a bomb dropping group unless
Wow.
you force it by the stun.
See,
So-
I always have a sword, so yeah.
So he is bomb blocked from the Triforce and has both items. He's going to up A. He doesn't.
Unfortunate. Starting to see some frame drop here. Okay, we're okay.
I don't remember what enemies were on the screen. I know like 3 screens to the right, which he can't get to, were moblins, but he's got moblins down here. At the worst, he can just keep going up and down, respawning them.
Yeah, not the best setup, but still an
No.
opportunity to get it.
He can try to kill the blue moblins and then go back in, out, and then back
I
in to
would-
force
I
him.
I would kill that blue Lionel over there as well.
Maybe just go up to level 5. Maybe there'll be a nice room of blue Octoroks just right there, or maybe a Gorilla set, and he can find a lot of orange Gorillas. If it's a dungeon.
Red Octoroks, unfortunate, and another candle laughing
Now,
in his face.
They're just...
Oh, and he pays 95 for the bait.
You never know if you're going to need it. The only thing he really might need to buy is arrows and then the optional shield. So he had the money. Why not?
No, not a bad purchase. If you have the money, you might as well buy it. The most important part is that he does have 69 rupees, so that is hilarious.
And he can always recorder whistle to level 8. Oh, and we do have a dungeon
Oh.
behind a power bracelet spot. It is level 4.
Looks like level 4. Wait, isn't that your catchphrase, Larry?
I believe that
What
is my
level is
catchphrase.
this, Larry?
Everything's level 4.
Okay.
Or 1. If there's only a door to the right or a door to the left, it's level 4. And if there's a 2 doors, it's always level 1.
I just figure that any time he goes into a dungeon, be like, this might be level 4.
I do believe I spent one stream just saying that for 9 dungeons. He doesn't want to deal with the Pole's voices though, which
16.
yeah.
Yeah, with 69 rubies and a 70 shield over there. Personally, I would be killing these guys and buying a shield. Oh, well, there you go. You got it. He can buy the shield with the big secret as well. He's rich.
I don't know how much I'd be avoiding that level 4 with the Pole's voices because the bow could be in there. And it's a nice, easy
And again,
dungeon to get out of, and you can kill the Pole's voices. He's got the blue ring. They're only going to do 1 heart of damage. He's got the magic rod. He's going to do white sword type damage.
Yes, there are no Riz robes. That means you can do all the damage you want to them without a sword.
See if I would buy 8 bombs here, for sure. But then again, that's another thing. He didn't have bombs, so I don't know if there was a shutter door to the north of the Pole's voices, or if you had a bomb up.
That might be it right there. I would buy that shield, because the 113 shield has to be higher quality than that 70 shield.
No, I mean, it does cost more, and you might be able to resell it for more, too, when you need rupees later on in the game for, like, arrows and stuff.
That's true. You can always put an ad up on Craigslist about moblins, whether they need a new shield.
He can post it on the Hyrule auction house and see if anybody else is playing. I mean, it's an old game, so I don't know how many people are playing or on the server right now. But, you know, it only takes one person needing it to buy it, and then you have rupees, and there you go.
Yep, you've got 30 years, many generations. The odds are good. Level 9 in the level 1 spot. That's a great find.
That is a pretty good find. I'm glad to see he didn't progress another room to find out he didn't have all 8 Triforce pieces. So it is looking like Choke is not on tilt. Wamboozled.
And we have the white sword.
Let's see if we can get it for 9 hearts. 9 hearts.
57 minutes in, and we have our first and only sword, the white sword.
Now with bombs, the white sword, and if he knows to tap A and B with the magic rod, he can do magic sword type damage to these Pole's voices and make short work of that room.
That's true, he can. He can also go back and take care of those pesky Dodongos that were guarding that Triforce.
It was not a shutter room, and it's a zigzag room, so there's going to be no drop on the floor. So that's a error between the monitor and commentator's chair before. But it is actually a tricky room to get through.
One of the worst rooms to clear.
Yeah.
Pole's voice, a boatload of hit points, and there's 8 of them, and they do not go away easily.
Let's see if he kills a couple and leaves the room just in case he dies. They won't all respawn on him. I would leave the room here, especially with 1 heart. I wouldn't want to get hit now and then have all 8 of them show back up. And he doesn't need to clear the room. It's not a drop room in level 4. He can just bomb up and get out of there. And it was a dark room anyway, so it really couldn't be anything good.
Yep, completely agree. Just bomb up and run away. Level 4 is not a level that you need to waste any extra time in.
We're confirming it's level 4. He may not think it's level 4, though. And it doesn't really necessarily have to be. It could be level 7. But he
clears the room and up A's.
Gets his hearts back.
But those Pole voices,
they're coming back, yeah. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be wrong, but I kind of felt like I left the ... there after I said it.
Yeah, I felt the same way. You should leave 1.
Leave 1 or just went up.
There we have level 4, the bait block room.
I would use it. I mean, you bought it. You can't keep the bait with you when you're done with the game, so you might as well use it.
Using it is fine, but I always like to have a snack once I save Zelda. Also, it really impresses women when you show up with food, so
Yeah.
I would not waste it.
Yes. When I show up with the bait, your exes all do like it.
Like all 50 of them.
The one thing I will tell you, I think using the bait in a career room is very underrated. I don't think enough people do it. Especially if you have
No,
like a
it's
bomb
a great
upgrade.
strategy because you can't run out. You might as well just use it. Why
No, I
wouldn't
mean I mean with the gorillas, not even in the grumble room, just with straight up gorillas. Drop it
that's
on the floor and then just
Right.
throw a bomb down and then just stab and you pretty much killed everyone, all of them.
No, not a terrible idea at all. Okay, great bomb there. Hopefully we have the item room here.
Well, if it was the item room, we know he has the recorder, but if it is the item room, and it should be, it was a recorder block on the seed. At least from it,
Potential.
only if it's the bow, I guess.
Still just a potential room.
I believe the 2-block room like this is guaranteed to be the room.
There are two block.
Oh,
rooms
look at that,
of
and that
4.
confirms that BuzzThunder is once again correct. Ladies and gentlemen, that's twitch.tv/BuzzThunder. The birthday boy, please throw him a follow, and then put the X's in chat to let him know that he is the man.
Not anymore. It's too late.
It is too late. Oh, it is. Wow, my God, it's that late already? Wow. All right, so this is the potential drop room. It's one of two. It's the plain room or the blank room, whatever you want to call it, with nothing in it. And it is the Gliok room. If they're lit up, they have the potential to drop the heart or the Triforce. We know it's not the Triforce. We saw it in the room before. If they go dark, then it's just a regular drop like a key or a bomb or the compass of the map. Or 5 rupees, I think.
I agree with you there, but there is no potential about it. That is 100% going to be a drop room.
Yes.
And these pesky Pulse boys just keep showing up.
The Pole's voices are on the escalator again.
Sorry, I have to clear my throat there.
Because that was such a good reference. It choked you up.
Well, that was good too, but I was trying to do something different. I was gonna say I have a, I don't know.
My ex-wife used an escalator once.
No, something.
That's
about
why she's my
Pulse
ex.
Voice. That kid is back on the escalator again.
It's near the food court, dude.
Cookie stand is not part of the food court.
It serves food. It's part of the food court.
It's like, what are you talking about?
It's just the whale waits for nobody. I want to watch that again, Mallrats. It's been so long. We did it the other day. I was playing something.
Yeah.
I was playing 3.0. No, I was
Yeah.
playing regular seed. And my friend JoJo comes into chat and she's like, every time I come into chat, it's the map that looks like a sailboat. And I'm like, it's a schooner.
Yeah, that's great. Mallrats was my favorite movie for like 3 years.
It was definitely on the Angry Larry's employee video shelf at Blockbuster Video in Ronkonkoma, New York.
Man, I wish I had one of those. Like, I always wanted to have one of those.
Yeah, I did. PCU was on it. Major League was on it. Mallrats was on it.
Good
Uh,
lord. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm convinced that we're the same person, like, at a certain period of time. Larry.
I went back in time just to do this. Just to create this paradox moment to announce ChokeMeILikeIt stream with myself.
Well, no. I mean, I was always kind of convinced, but now I'm like, oh, god damn.
Then I would always have that one rotating movie that was always a little bit off base, a little bit off kilter.
Oh, you would have to have like a dummy movie, like so everybody be like, oh look, look at all of Larry's movies, and then he'd have that one, and they'd be like, oh look at this one, that's hilarious that he put that up there.
It was like Clueless at one time. It was like Parker Posey's Party Girl at another time. I think it was like an anime, like Devil Hunter Yoko at one time. Like, yeah, I definitely rotated that one.
You had the troll pick.
Oh yeah, I was also in charge of the music section when Blockbuster did their music thing, and I always ordered like Crazy Larry favorites or Angry Larry favorites. It was Crazy Larry back then. You know, I'd always have Ruka Salt or like Letters to Cleo, and like that wasn't like normal stock, but I would make the store order it just so I can put it on display. I think I'm the reason Blockbuster went out of business because they didn't sell enough CDs. By the way.
Oh man, I bought so many VHSs when Blockbuster was going out of business.
Dude, I had.
They were all like 25 cents a piece. I bought all of them. I
had access to like the punch cards and the like rent 8 videos, get $5 off or whatever. And man, I hammered a bunch of cards one time, and I gave them to like my dad and my mom, and they would go to other Blockbusters and buy like $5 like previously viewed tapes, VHS tapes, and like the store would have to give them like 24 cents back, or no, it only cost them 24 cents or something like that. Because it was like awesome. $4.99 plus tax, and they had the $5 card, so they got like just a ton of VHS movies for like 24 cents each.
That's great.
And there was no shortage of Blockbuster videos on Long Island, New York. Let me tell you. But here is back to the action. Choke finds the item, and it is the bow, so he can.
We have the bow, ladies and gentlemen.
He really only needs the silver arrow at this point because he has every other item that can possibly block progression. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, and let's hope it's not the item in level 6, because remember, that's the one he went into, grabbed the Triforce, and got out of before he had any means to kill any enemies.
Yeah, we don't want to go back to something like that, and we all know that silver is a girl's best friend, so we hope... We hope that we can find a different dungeon.
That was so bad you cracked yourself up.
Exactly.
Is there a catchphrase generator online? Yeah, there is. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, that one didn't even make any sense. I need to get another beer. I'll be right back.
Alright, and Choke finds a dungeon on Candle Row, opts to come back out, come back in, open up a wall. Let's see what we got here. What does he have left to discover? He has left to discover level 7 and level 3. This is most likely level 7, based on the opening room and the secondary room. Now, with skipping the item in level 6, will he find an early Triforce and bail on this one and put all the stock on the Silver Arrow being in these level 9 or level 3? I don't know if I would. But we'll see what happens. Choke picks up his 3rd stop clock. Oh no, he leaves it on the floor. 20 stop clocks, stop watches, and Ganon's health depletes by 0.5 hit points. So he probably wants to pick up more.
Why did I grab that?
A feat of strength will lead to the boomerang. He is... I don't know if that could be a level 9 hint. I will have to ask Buzz when he comes back. Level 6 was not a power bracelet spot. Level 3 could possibly still be a power bracelet spot, I believe. There's that one spot in the dungeon, in the desert, it could be. And we had the hint that Manhandler was in the desert. So it makes sense that with that hint, combined with the Manhandler hint, that level 3 is the power bracelet spot south of the ferry.
That's right, Larry. I'd have to agree with you. It most likely is going to be south of the ferry.
And if that's true, that's the boomerang, which means that the Silver Arrow still can be in 7. It can be in 6, which he skipped entirely after he got the Triforce, or it can be in level 9. This is where time adds up. If he wants to find all the items first before going to level 9, or potentially skip an item and then dive into level 9. This is like a crapshoot right now for his run.
It's not an easy thing to do. Generally, I hate leaving items out on the floor because searching for the silver arrows in 9 and then not finding them and having to go back to another dungeon is never a fun experience.
And we said 6 isn't really all that large, so he probably will go, and he uses the meat strategy on the Stalfoses, which is a great idea. He was able to get out of that room pretty easily after he did that. Kappa.
I'm not even entirely sure how the meat works.
Well, it really doesn't, but it helped him get out of the room.
But so does it only work on gorillas?
I believe it only works on gorillas. I'm not sure. Hey, let me ask you a question before you. I don't think you want the headset yet. He saw a hint that says a feat of strength is required to get the boomerang. You're not going to get a feat of strength hint if it's level 9, right? Because we know level 9 is in a power bracelet spot, is it not? No, it's at level 1. It's in level 1. My bad. I'm thinking about my run from earlier today. Level 4 was in a power bracelet spot, and it wasn't the boomerang. So I guess that is all level 3 hints.
Well, regardless, when you get that hint, any dungeon that you have to push to will have that item.
Well, there's
So
only...
If it was 9, that would tell you that 9 would have the boomerang.
Oh, so if there's only one spot under a power bracelet push block, you won't see that hint if there's 2 spots under a power bracelet push block?
No, it's not exclusive to how many there are.
All right. Because there's going to be 2 in the seed.
Yes, you could have 4 dungeons underneath a power bracelet spot, but if it tells you that, you know that one of them is going to have it.
Okay, and level 4 was under a power bracelet spot, and that was the bow. And lining up the 2 hints and level 3 being the last dungeon to discover, the power bracelet spot in the desert will be level 3, and it will be the boomerang.
That is very sound logic.
So that
So
really
we are
leaves
most likely going to have to go back to level 6.
Silver Arrow, Red Ring,
And the any key.
Book, and the Any Key.
Not a good.
I don't know. Listen, there are
combo.
those are 3 good items, and you know where the bad item is. So you might go through 7 and 6 to get those items.
Nice bomb upgrade.
There should be one more item, though, by the way. Oh, yeah, there should be one more item. No, there shouldn't. No, there shouldn't. I wasn't counting the boomerang.
I should have had a Z helper going along. This is a amateur commentator.
Amateur commentator. But let's throw up a catchphrase here. The dumpster is not uninstalled, as he's able to bomb through that wall. It's a catchphrase generator I'm using.
What does that even mean?
You should park the dishes, dude. It's like the greatest thing ever.
Does it all have to do with silverware? Flatware?
Well, as soon as you said the silver is a girl's best friend, I'm like, there's got to be a catchphrase generator on the internet, and I found one, so I'm going to be working them in as we go.
Alright. I still think mine is better.
So I think...
And we have a staircase, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get something here.
And hopefully it's not the book.
That
Hopefully
is not total bullshit.
Hopefully the book is buried in level 9, and he can make out with the red ring, any key, or silver arrow in this dungeon. And knowing what items is still left, I would still probably go into 6.
Personally, you kind of have to.
1 key. He's got 1 key. So even if this is not the silver arrow and it's not the any key, then I'm definitely going into 6, because your odds of getting something that's going to help you complete level 9 are really good. 75% of the items left will help you.
Ooh, almost a troll staircase. Not quite, though. Uh-oh. We heard a controller. That does not look good.
No, he is obviously upset he picked up the map, because he knew he was in level 7 already. He wanted to see something different.
That sounds like it's going to be a death from a Gliok. Oh, nope. It's going to be a fireball from one of these statues. Or I'm wrong.
No, I think that timer from him throwing the controller to now has elapsed. But there it is. He walks sideways into a boomerang.
know, never mind.
It is a tough call here. He knows that an item in this dungeon is most likely going to help him. Again, it's the red ring. It's an upgrade. The silver arrow, which you need to beat Ganon. The any key. He has no keys. And then the book, which is really nothing. But I don't know. He's so far invested into this dungeon that there's only a few rooms left to explore. It's probably not wise to give up at this point.
Well, there's those 3s close to the start. I would try bombing over there.
I would too. You know the staircase doesn't go there, so he might as well just go left and go down. And he's not going to be... Well, the only thing he can be is blocked by a Goma. He never bought an arrow. Everything else, he has the means to beat it. But he's determined to go up. He has a... Like I said, he has a strategy with certain dungeons. Like I said, in level 2, he goes straight to the top. In level 7, he prefers the top as well. And that's what his ex-wife also said.
I was about to say something like that.
There you go. I would bomb down here and try to go down.
Or left from start.
Or left from start. Any of those. He only needs, he's got enough bombs to try it, and something has to work. The only thing is that he may know he needs a key, and he can access that area, and he doesn't have one, but I didn't see anything that would suggest that.
Oh, and we find the book
Well,
at level 7.
That changes everything because now you have to go back to level 6. Anything you grab in it is going to help you, and it might just be the silver arrow.
That's right. It's a 33% chance you're going to find the silver arrow, so going back in there and digging around got to be worth your time.
Right, and especially since it's not the book or boomerang. If it's not the silver arrow, it's going to be the red ring or the any key. So it's not wasteless time. Hey, TGE, what's going on, man? We're doing our TGE impressions, by the way. Actually, we haven't done any, but we could.
I thought I've been doing it the whole time.
It's Buzz's birthday, man. We're having fun. Have you been doing it the whole time? Is that why you sounded professional?
No, I was just trying to sound like you.
Oh, okay. You guys say compass, then. So did he just skip level 3 in favor of going to level 6?
Honestly, I have no idea what Choke is doing. He may be doing what his name is.
How'd you do in the race, TG?
Back to level 6. Time to explore.
Happy Buzz Day,
Choosing to
TG
go
says.
north.
It's
Thank
actually
you,
over,
TG,
but
I
it's
appreciate
still his birthday in like Alaska and Hawaii, I think.
Also, birthdays are entirely insignificant.
Birthdays were made as an excuse to sell cards by Hallmark.
And we have land molas.
Well, we did know
Got a
this was a
nice key
Wizard
there.
dungeon.
We actually did know. And that's the reason why he initially did not go back to it.
Nope. How was the race,
This
TG?
will not be a drop room because it does not have a different color palette.
Oh, that different color palettes in level 6?
With that 4 room,
Yeah.
that 4 block room, yes, it will have a different color on the shadow of those 4 blocks, and that will let you know that it is a drop room.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like we have an item room or a staircase. And he just goes right by it.
Hour and 13 and you were 4th. Wow. Was it a regular tournament seed? It's a good time. Probably means I would have done it in an hour and 37. Oh, 3.0 shapes? Wow. 48 minute by Crimson. Wow. Wow. It's insane. I gotta watch them play because they can destroy things, and at the 48-minute mark, I still haven't discovered every dungeon. And I don't feel like I'm really putzing around either sometimes.
We have another bomb drop, unfortunately. Not enough rupees to capitalize. And a clock, ladies and gentlemen. Now that is great in a room like this.
Well, if he didn't buy the meat,
Save
let's
you a
let's
ton of
remember.
life.
If he didn't buy the bait, he would have had enough to get the bomb upgrade. But if he bought the candle, like we said he should have, he definitely wouldn't have had enough either. So.
More land molas. And he's going to use his last key.
He had all dungeons by then too. Wow, that's so like, that's crazy. That's like, it's just a machine. He does it that fast.
And here we do, ladies and gentlemen. This must, well, actually, it doesn't have to be. We skipped the other room, so we don't know if this is going to be the item room.
Well, there were no shutter doors in that room, so it was pretty, pretty convinced. Oh, it's going to the other side, huh?
We don't even know. It might go back. So he did walk by the item room in the early part of the dungeon.
All dungeons found by 25 minutes. That's crazy. Those are nice.
Bomb left to clear out that nose.
Well, there's your buyer lake hint that I hate that you like. I hate buyer lake hints.
It's a good hint.
It's ambiguous.
Step over the water is the garbage hint.
The flags TGE are just regular tournament flags. It's a Choke Me I Like It run. He likes the regular tournament flags.
That might be the item room right there.
This is the room he came out of, right? From the other side of the staircase? I believe.
Oh, you're right.
But
Here
yeah,
we go.
he
This
only
is-
has the
this is
red
the room that
ring,
he skipped.
any key, or silver arrow yet to find. This is the only dungeon
He
besides
skipped it
level
again.
3 that he didn't find an item in, but
He
He-
keeps skipping the item room for some reason.
we know that level 3 is in the desert, and we know that a feat of strength is required to get the boomerang. And it is a push block spot in the desert that's going to be level 3 with the boomerang. So he is in here looking for the silver arrow, but could also get the red ring or the any key if the silver arrow is in level 9.
But there's that double block room. I think he's passing up an item room multiple times. Unless I'm wrong. And I'm mostly wrong.
It's mostly an item right now, TGE, but I don't know why he didn't step into 3. And he might have forgot he needs the the Triforce still in 1, or he didn't mark it. He was blocked in 1 by something. He was blocked by dig doggers. He didn't have a bombs at the time. So he does still have to go back to 1. And he knows where 3 is. But I think he's more trying to discover, because he's well, no, you know what? There's still another item left in level 1. He only found the recorder. So maybe he's going to try to find the item here, then go to level 1. Yeah, Dodongo. Sorry, TG.
Oh, brutal.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is it's a tough situation for him, because he kind of he didn't dig himself this hole, but he kind of fell into this hole. Early Triforce in 6 he left, and then didn't find the items he needs to beat the game, so he decided to come back.
Well, we remember you could not, when he first found it, remember he did not find his sword until 57 minutes into this run.
No. At this point, I might try to just kill these enemies one at a time, leave the room, and come back in. TGE just said that as well.
With how close you are to a fairy spot, I would go reload my health and then just beat the shit out of those guys.
I would go to level 1. Find the other item. If it's the silver arrow, then screw 6. And that's what he looks like he's doing. No, he's gonna clip over there.
That seems to have been the entire strategy from the start. Is nobody cares about 6.
No one's gonna care about 6 until 6 is the spot you had to be at.
It's not easy to tell.
No, and that's the problem, and that's what I said early on when he skipped 6. It might create a situation where there's only a few possible places where the silver arrow can be, and do you come back to 6 or do you not come back to 6?
I forgot that he missed an item in level 1.
I forgot he never got the Triforce until TGE made me aware of he didn't have the Triforce. And then I remembered the Dongo situation.
Did he really miss an item?
He did, because he only found the recorder. There was no floor drop.
Wow. And we have a nice little pose voice room here.
And he still needs to make use of the situation. He's definitely handling this room now. But with Wizrobe rooms and that Pole's voice room and the zigzag room that he had before, killing a few, leaving the room, coming back is probably something he might want to work on.
Lots of keys in this dungeon.
Hopefully this one drops a key as well. It could also drop the item. I believe the recorder was definitely the diamond staircase item, because that's when
you are correct.
So this could be hopefully a key, or okay, it's a key. I was gonna say hopefully the key or the item for him. So it's not going to be in this singles block 6 room. It's not going to be in this room either with the 1 push block. So I'm not too sure. Did he go to the left-hand side? Maybe he didn't. He went up to start. And then it's been so long since he's been back here. I don't know if there were rooms he didn't clear. Because remember, he only had the magic wand.
Test mic check 1 2.
Hey, you're back.
Alright, sorry about that.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's your day, man.
Not anymore.
Until I go to sleep, it's still your day.
My headset has been malfunctioning for a week now.
Which kind do you have?
I have a HyperX Cloud 2. My warranty dongle is in the mail.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He's debating whether he's going to take the Triforce or not. Maybe for the heart refill, but I would probably... I mean, you just need to find 1 item. I believe the diamond staircase was in the diamond staircase room as well. If he goes left here. No, it wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, just kill these guys.
Alright, so he definitely didn't do this first time around.
Nope, for some reason it was not cleared out. I don't remember why.
Well, he only had the magic wand and the green tunic. And probably 4 hearts. Maybe 5. And doing 2 hearts of damage, well, there's a heart container. It gets him a little bit better chance to get the magic sword. But he's still hoping that the silver arrows are here, so he doesn't have to go back into 6, fight that Wizrobe room, and he can finally get on to level 3 and then get to level 9.
Grabs the Triforce for refill, probably will dive right back in and head for that item.
I mean, at this point, I really would.
Especially any level 1 item. I don't see why you would run away from it.
Unless his Z helper is confusing us. I really highly doubt he went back in there just for a heart container. Or he needed Triforce too.
Unless he already got the heart container and that was the item. No, I believe he found a heart container item in a staircase. So
Yeah, that was in level 5.
yes, so there is definitely still an item here.
He's been to all the rooms, like I said, but I don't know if he's killed all the rooms.
He
Especially
has
these
not.
2 down here.
You gotta clear the rooms if you want to get the item.
And we could be at a point where he did get the item and we're just unaware of it. Maybe he just stepped on it.
I completely agree that I have a lot of incompetence as an announcer.
And he only marked the recorder. He just fixed his Z helper and he only marked the recorder down in level 1. But he has gaps as well. He doesn't have the item in level... Well, he has all the items, but he doesn't have the Triforce and the Heart for level 1, and he doesn't have the ladder item marked as well, so... Could be possible that he did get it, we didn't realize it, because he just stepped on it, and then he knew he had it. But he's going to go back into 7, but he has everything in 7.
Back into 7.
He had it marked on his map as a question mark, so maybe he didn't realize what level it was. He still needs 3, and 3 is in the desert spot.
3 must be south of the ferry.
Yeah.
Seems like a good idea to go in there and take it out, but
he's going to go to the Dead Woods now, and I'm not too sure what he's looking for, because 3 is the only dungeon he has not found, and he had 2 hints to lead him there. A feat of strength is required for the boomerang, which we know that level 4 he found under a power bracelet spot, but it wasn't a boomerang, the item. And the other hint was manhandler threatens by the desert. Or in the desert, whatever it was.
The Lost Woods do not bear any fruit.
He does have 1 heart container spot left, but at that, I don't see that being the reason why he's going back this way. I think he kind of confused himself a little bit with the whole. Remember when he marked the Triforces on the map, on the splits wrong?
Has to be something like that, because going back for that secret that's only 1 rupee seems
Yeah. And the best he can get from these spots right here are just rupees. He's got the letter. He knows where the magic sword is. He has the white sword. 1 more heart container is really ultimately the best thing he can find right now.
Unless he's looking for the magical sword, but...
Unless he wants to take a 3rd blue candle. Yeah, he knows where the magic sword is. Northwest of 1. Northeast of 1.
Finally found the wooden sword.
That was the last possible spot it could be, too. Wonder if he's going to check the recorder spot now, because it looks like he's going for a full clear. Hey, Malice, how was work, man? It is entirely possible his wife's playing and not him. So she might not have the experience to know what exactly is going on.
That is a possibility. However, I would never let my wife play a seed for me.
That stinks, Malice. What are you gonna unwind with some Final Fantasy Tactics tonight? All right, well, it's definitely not a 11 heart seed for the magic sword.
Yes, unfortunately, no magical sword for Choke here. Ah, and then we have another heart.
All right, well, there's
so
the last one.
Back in.
That is the last one. Because remember, you took the candle with the first one, and then took hearts with the other 3. Let's go try it again at 12 hearts.
And then he gets it.
So you know AngryLarry didn't generate this seed because it didn't cost 14 hearts. Now I think he should go to level 3. Hopefully he realizes his errors of his ways.
The arrows of his ways?
Arrow. I said arrows those ways, right?
Sounded like it.
Compass.
He is going back to level 3 or to level 3.
And he doesn't need to concern himself with the item. It is the boomerang, but let's just see if he's aware of that. If he put the hint to the map there.
I thought that he was listening to us. He may have turned us off because of all of your racist commentary.
He might have thrown his headset. That might have been what we heard, and it wasn't a controller. It was a headset.
I've been hearing clunks and clanks. So
Yeah, it was probably the
high possibility.
Whole silver is a girl's best friend comment, and he's probably just had enough with you, and he's just like, I hate headsets, and he just threw it into the wall. I did not, Malice. I am promise you I'm going to watch it. I finished up that Final Fantasy randomizer run in like sub 6 hours, and I was chatting with a lot of people.
And we have TGE here calling out Choke, giving him some major shit in his channel.
49.
Sometimes you just need a slap in the face.
So he is going into 9 with a 50% chance that the silver arrow is in there, with an item still in 6 where he probably knows where the item room is and he just can't clear it, and an item still in level 1. He's going to take the 50% chance that it is in level 9. Now, I mean, at this point I probably would have made it a point to find the other 2 items, because again, it is, if it's not the silver arrow, it's either the red ring or the any key, or both of them.
Yes,
and he has,
the odds are not in favor for Choke to be pulling this kind of a move here.
He has 0 keys.
That might be the worst part of the whole thing.
So it really did behoove him to go to level 6 and level 1. But again, that's if we didn't miss his level 1 stuff. Now, if there's no door to start here, this is a honest question. You can't bomb that spot, right?
No, you cannot. As far as I know, you cannot do that.
Okay.
So I did it a few times, and now I just don't do it anymore.
Yeah. That was an honest question.
I don't know what just happened there.
I don't know what happened there either. Zelda must have moved. And they should fancy her muscles. That's the next one on the catchphrase generator, by the way. It won't give me a new one. Give me a new one. That's a known glitch?
Oh.
Okay. But Buzz had some weird glitch last night, but we can't find it on his VOD. Did you ever find it, Buzz?
No, I didn't spend very much time looking for it, though.
I believe it was a dungeon or 2 dungeons before we both went into level 9.
Yeah, I was just trying to watch all the dungeon footage, and it was, I couldn't run into it, so... I think it might have been in level 9, honestly.
Oh, really? Well, did Choke respond in your chat? Because I know he wasn't in mine. When you asked, did he see that? Because you can watch the VOD with the chat up and see if you find his comment.
I remember when I was asking about it, nobody responded to me.
He was what happened? You were going through a door and a push block appeared, and you pushed it through the door?
I should have been smart and just wrote the time down, but
TG wants to know in chat what happened.
Yeah, what happened was I was bombing the east wall and walking down at the same time, and as the bomb exploded, I pushed a block south that wasn't even there. and the block just appeared, and it gave me the secret noise, you know. And the block appeared on the map, but ultimately it was not really there. So it didn't really interfere with anything, it was just a weird glitch.
No, not at all, guys. It was pretty tough to start. Now it just looks like Choke's on the strategy is I'm just going to power through this dungeon, hope to find the silver arrow, and just kind of, now it kind of feels like we have an on-tilt situation. And I can't say I blame him.
At least he's doing all right. He's using the potion. He's getting his health back, and he's going to take out these blue Riz rogues.
Possibly a smart move, because he might be able to tell where Zelda is, but the door does open. He does have the compass, though, so that is an alternate way to find Zelda in the northwest down there. And again, we don't even know if the silver arrow is here. Hopefully, if the silver arrow is not here, he can find an old man room to inform him of that pretty quickly. He uses a recorder.
This has to be the item right here.
With 6 sets of staircase? Oh, it is the silver arrow, so he does. He does.
Great news.
Yeah.
So that means that we have the red ring and the any key in level 9. That sounds very similar, doesn't it, Larry?
It really does, yeah.
I feel as though we had a seed like that last night.
And by the way, the stream froze up a little bit right there. So I didn't see him go back to the level. But luckily he did. Like, I really thought he was still in 9. It didn't freeze up for you, I guess?
Nope, he went back and he got the item that he needed.
Because I saw he had that door glitch in 9. And I read chat for a little bit, then I looked down, and the color palettes didn't even occur to me. There was no level 9 at the top either, but... Well, at this point, Malice, I mean, unless he explores every room of every dungeon, you know, keys were expensive. The only thing is, and this is if we didn't miss him taking that second item in level 1, the any key could be in level 1.
I don't think the any key's in level 1, but you never know.
Well, what would the other item be if it wasn't, if it was still in level 1? Because we've seen the book, we've seen the wand, we've seen the heart container. We've seen both boomerangs. Well, we haven't seen the boomerang in level 3, but we had the hint to know it's there.
Yeah, we've seen the raft as well. I don't know, maybe the hook shot?
The hook shot. It could be a fairy bottle, too.
Possibly.
Could be that cool candle I picked up in Legend of Zelda, too.
Bug catching net?
Bug catching net.
The shovel.
It could be the 8 iron.
Oh, the 8 iron is key.
Power bracelet was the ladder spot item. But it's so funny in this game. You can give me every item but one, and I can't seem to remember what it was.
Well, that's the problem. When you have amateur commentators, it's hard.
So he did have both items in level 1.
We should have had Z Helper up and been marking, or at least just taking notes.
Thanks, TG. Level 1 was Red Candle Recorder.
And we were only watching one guy.
We were only watching one guy, and I wrote it on the wrong. I wrote it on the wrong dungeon, Red Candle. So it was the Red Candle, guys. Thank you.
God damn it.
The red ring, a good pickup here. It sounds like our item predictions are correct.
I actually would have preferred the any key here for him.
I certainly would as well, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Well, we weren't necessarily doing commentary, TGE. We're just kind of hanging out, having a good time, having fun.
No, we're definitely doing commentary.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You're Mr. Professional. I was doing co-op with Alf before. I'm not professional at all.
That was great, though. I loved every minute of that. I wasn't bullshitting about quadrupling your followers.
But I'm telling you, my George Costanza Marvel Heroes stream from like 6 months ago was probably my most popular Marvel Heroes stream of all time. And then I just couldn't prolong it because I only had so many things I could make him say.
See, you need me. I'll just get really good at doing the Alf or George Costanza voice, and then we can write the script for whatever we want.
We just gotta do Caddyshack for PJ Tour Golf 2 next time.
God, Caddyshack. You can do the whole movie from start to finish.
That was actually on one of the Blockbuster loops when I worked there too. Like for some reason, maybe it was like
great.
25th anniversary. I don't even know why it was on the.
That would be perpetually on my employee pick. That would never be on the shelf.
That'd never be on the shelf. The one copy
Everybody-
every store has would be on the employee favorites wall.
That's right. Anybody who came in would be asking, "Where's Caddyshack?" I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's one of Gene's picks." Sorry, I say Gene pick because that's a Seinfeld reference.
Cool cat. What's its name? Annoying customer.
Yeah. That's a Randall Graves.
I gotta rewatch that movie too. I never saw
I love
Clerks 2.
Randall. Yeah, I would tell you, it's not terribly important to watch Clerks 2,
No,
but Clerks is a good movie.
I liked Clerks. I liked Mallrats. I kind of didn't like Chasing Amy, and I really didn't enjoy Dogma. And then I never watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah, you were too old. I love Jay and Bob Strikes
Good night,
Back. I
TG.
think
Man,
they're-
have fun. Have a good night's sleep. I mean, or have fun in bed. I don't really know how you do it, but do both.
I really think Jay and
Hope to
Bob
catch you
Strike
racing
Back-
tomorrow or something. What'd you say about Jay and Bob Strikes Back?
I was just saying that I really like that movie. I think there are really good jokes in it. It's
I
like
have
a
it. It's right next
solid-
to right next to Final Fantasy 12 in the wrapper still.
Yeah, I would suggest watching it because I think it's hilarious.
I really want Choke to find the any key.
It would be nice. I remember yesterday going through level 9 without any keys is bullshit.
We did it though.
Yeah, we did it.
Hopefully after this run we'll have Choke join us on the Discord.
And then no, definitely will.
He handled this maze room like a pro though, with the spike rooms and whiz robes, so a lot of skill there in his heart. He just had an unfortunate run, and I believe he was just a little frustrated near the end of this run and just kind of let things get a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, obviously Choke has the skill to get things done. It just sometimes the cards don't fall where you need them.
You mismark one thing though, and that could be still could have been his problem. You mismark one thing, and it goes poorly in a hurry. I watched Jay Coper today play Legend of Zelda 2 randomizer, and he couldn't for the life of him figure out where to go. Like, he thought he explored every single area and every inch of the area, and for what I know, and I had to leave, for what I know, the seed was playable because I didn't see the race get canceled, and I saw it eventually finish in IRC. So, even the best kind of forget one little thing, and it can trip you up the whole race.
It happens, and when you say even the best, I can tell you that I have mismarked my map in 9, and it would have saved me at least 20 minutes. I was going the wrong way. I had the wrong bomb spot. It can be a disaster if you're not very meticulous with your markings.
I continuously mark the map wrong when I take staircases, when I'm put onto the other side of the dungeon that's not really lining up with the very top or the very left-hand wall.
That's where I went wrong. That's the hardest part.
Yeah. And sometimes I find myself marking a room ahead too early. And then I put myself one room further than I should be.
The easy solution is to print out one of those grids, those transparent grids that have the Zelda squares on them, and you can paste that right on top of your screen. I found that to be the best solution.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean now. Yeah. Just like Elmer's glue, or would you use more of like a crazy glue, or like some sort of monkey glue, or whatever that's Gorilla Glue?
Anything that is very permanent that will reduce the value of your monitor.
Okay. Now, can I put it over the Energy Star sticker, or do I have to remove the Energy Star sticker first?
You can put it wherever the hell you want.
Okay. You can put it where the sun don't shine. I think it's catchphrase time. Gandalf needs fat baby.
It's not a catchphrase.
It kind of is. I'm kind of watching it right now.
That's not a catchphrase. That's a release phrase.
It's a catchphrase in the catchphrase generator, so it's a catchphrase.
No, but like my catchphrase was saying that was a release phrase, like catch and release.
Oh, I see.
You would release that phrase, so that's
Sick.
my catchphrase.
Sick. So he was really navigating this dungeon well for having no keys. There's quite a few spots he has to skip over, but he still can continuously go in directions here. It's actually kind of...
He can definitely go places and bomb things. I admit entirely that I have lost complete focus.
I mean, he has segmented sections of the map because he can't go anywhere with keys through key doors, but he is making progress on the map, so he can kind of triangulate where Ganon is.
It looks like he can't. I don't know if he tried to bomb north there.
I don't know if he did either, and I didn't check the map to see if that was a room he was in. I just noticed that there were 3 sections of the map that he's been in.
Okay, it looks like now he's in the expo. Okay, he's going to he's in the far north, yes. He just marked it himself. He's in the far north, far left. Wasting a couple of bombs.
Yeah, he wasted a couple bombs. He has silver arrows, though. I would kill those Vyres and see if they drop bombs at this point.
Bombs are key when you are in the 9th dungeon, and I would always be killing Vyres.
And I don't know if he... well, he has magic sword, too, so there's no reason not to.
Nope, just stab the shit out of him, get those bombs.
And stab him again.
That's right, just for good measure. But now we're down to 1 bomb.
He walks into an invisible orange wizrobe. That is never fun.
And going back...
I think he did that by mistake. No, he did not. He's going to kill the orange... He's going to respawn the orange wizrobe and kill him. My bad.
And goes back again.
I don't think he'll get another one. I think in those rooms, the 2 blue wizrobes are the anchors, as they call them, or whatever they call them.
Yeah,
and
that's correct.
Orange wizrobe is 3rd priority.
There is only a certain point where you can transform one of the blue wizrobes into an orange one.
I don't know if he's been in this staircase room, or maybe he has.
He definitely has.
Well, I don't know, because he went north.
Doesn't take him far.
He went north, and they found a key drop on the floor.
Found another good staircase here. Hopefully this gives him the any key.
Oh, I see. On the map, he has those staircases marked. Okay.
Any key.
Any key or stairway right next to Ganon in an open room.
Always take the staircase, because you never know. It might drop you right next to him. It's happened to me many times. I always take the risk.
Never take the staircase, because you don't know if Ganon's just 2 rooms away and you can hear him in the next room.
Just go south. Go south. Oh, what are you doing?
I'm not too sure why he wouldn't go south there unless... Well, he's got the Triforce symbol marked on his map, so he must have heard Ganon. So now he's just going to move in the direction of Ganon, and being in that side of the staircase is nowhere near the direction of Ganon.
So Ganon's in the southwest, maybe?
Ganon is 2 rooms up from this room, and now he saved that key so he can get through this door, and then Ganon will be in the room north of that.
Oh, he has Ganon marked. I didn't realize that. Okay.
There you go. So he can get right into Ganon's room. Kill these guys.
Alright, he's almost done that.
Yep. And he's got a blue potion left, and he's got the silver arrow. He puts the blue potion on his B item, so that kind of worries me a little bit. But
it shouldn't worry you. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Choke. He's talking to us during the Ganon fight.
He shouldn't be on our channel. He is picking up hints that Guy Ledouche are not getting. He is going to get disqualified from this race.
2 shots, 3 shots on Ganon. We're looking for number 4, and that will put Ganon away.
Now hit him over the head with a blue potion like he did. Because he
drinks
didn't have the silver arrow as his item.
Happy to have a cocktail after he kills Ganon, but did he kill him?
Oh, he has no
and
rupees
he
left.
does.
Oh, okay.
I've seen that happen before.
I've seen a total meltdown of Ganon before of it before. So he can go 2 rooms left and be north of Zelda, but I'm not too sure if that was a shutter door because he didn't mark it on his map.
Nope, there is no access from this direction, so we do not
Well, he can bomb
have the ability to find Zelda.
He can bomb left from this room if he hasn't tried already, and then try to get to south of Zelda, but he is going in a completely opposite direction.
Yeah,
Maybe he's
gonna
already
have
tried
to go
that.
underneath, but again, we're running into a lack of keys.
So this is staircase 1. It's going to bring him closer to start. And he's got to get south of Zelda. So now he's just going to go into other rooms and try to find the last set of stairs that's going to lead him south of Zelda, he hopes.
There has to be a bomb way in there, or at least I would go back.
Well,
and
there was that
try,
key
'cause
door.
I don't think he tried every direction.
Well, that key door might have just led 2 rooms right to her. And he just didn't have a key to do it.
Oh, holy crap.
And we can hear Choke from our living room. Expressing...
He was letting me have it, man. He said, what the hell are you doing?
What was that?
I don't know.
He was giving you the business. He was offended. He was
letting me
offended.
know. I guess so.
Choke was talking shit, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen, 156.57.
Oh, so he could get it
Choke
from the
me.
north. He just had to get over to that other staircase.
He got it from the north. That's the way I like it best.
And you know what they
he got
say?
it hard.
You know what they say about Zelda? She may observe that awesome fist.
Oh, man.
I'm going to have to question your catchphrase generator.
It's there. It says, have you heard having a personal catchphrase makes you more popular? Facebook destroyed.
So many deaths.
On the line right now via the Skype hotline is ChokeMeILikeIt. Choke, tell us what
Choke,
happened there.
Wait, we have a delay. Hold on a second. Choke, are you there?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, okay, we have Choke on the line officially. Congratulations, 156.57.
He puts up the other thing.
I've never seen a better layout than what you just put up there.
By the way, the turning point of the match
how
is
do
when
you
you
feel?
switched from this layout to the traditional one. You were doing very well with this layout. You went to the more traditional Zelda layout and kind of stalled there. What happened?
Well, see what happened is I ran out of beer halfway through my run.
Well, that's horrible.
Were you aware that you were missing an item in level 6, and did we trick you to going back into 1 because we kept saying you were missing an item there?
No, you know what happened, Larry, is as they say in Canada, Burt's cold.
Well, who's the Incredible Undertaker? I mean, kick her elephant-sized coolness, right?
No, what happened in 1 is I didn't know if I grabbed an item for sure or not. Near the beginning, I killed the last enemy in a room and I heard the sound, but I didn't know what it was.
Red candle.
And so I was going back there to double check because it was the smallest dungeon. So.
Well, you needed the Triforce anyway, so it wasn't the dumbest thing to go back. I wrote down Raft and Red Candle in level 2, but you know that's obviously dumb. So I mismarked it on my end.
Well, yeah, and it doesn't bode any well to listen to you guys anyways, just because I think Buzz told me to go to that third or fourth room up in level 6, but I already checked it, which if you notice is the reason why I pushed against it for about 45 seconds at one point.
No, the like was still alive in that room.
I don't.
I mean, that's according to TGE, because he kind of went nuts saying, does he? Okay.
About 30 seconds after that, in square 1 Bravo, if you will.
You're right. Well, not 30 seconds, because you went to level 9 first, then you came back out, went to 6, and then you found it.
Well, you know, 30 seconds is a subjective term there.
Yeah,
Larry.
it was like 38 or something, because you had that shutter door issue in level 9.
It was many multiplications of 30 seconds.
Hey, listen, I'm a broadcast journalist. I asked all the tough, hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, I was double checking one because I didn't know what I had hit, and I looked and I couldn't tell if I had gotten the heart already. So level 1's item ended up being the heart.
No, level 1 was the recorder. No, level 5 was the heart container because you actually went down a staircase for it, and you did have it marked on your Z helper.
See, I still didn't know then. Level 1, I wasn't sure what the heck I got there.
It was the recorder and Red Candle.
Okay, all right.
Recorder was in a staircase, and the Red Candle just showed up in a room, and then I missed.
Well, then I was debating with 6 just because I knew that first room wasn't the item room, but it was so far up I didn't, you know.
Listen, if it means anything, I would have went into 6 too because you had the any key, the red ring, and the silver arrow still out there, and it was one of those 3, and then the other 2 were going to be in level 9. So I would have taken my chance. If it wasn't the silver arrow, then you would have benefited with the key. You would have benefited with the red ring. It would have been definitely worth it for you.
And that's a good point. Almost all the items that were left were kind of important big ones.
Yeah, Boomer.
It sucks. It started off so strong and then went to complete crap for a long time.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't understand is once you knew where level 3 was, and you knew where all the dungeons were, you still full cleared like Dead Woods and everything. What happened there?
No, I forgot about the hint. Here was the thing. I forgot about the hint. And you guys are way delayed, right? So I'm hearing you guys, but it's, you know, it's 15, 20 seconds after the fact. And so I'm trying to play the game because I wanted to be in the chat because I'm here for social reasons too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're not really. I mean,
I was trying to play it how I really would. I made that decision because I forgot about that hint, and so I was like, screw it. This is how I'd really run this section. So I cleared those, even though I had heard you guys about halfway through in the Southwest, so that my time would be realistic-ish. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that was the reason why I finished clearing that, even though I heard Buzz, just because I was trying to be halfway legit about what I would have done, because I forgot that hint was my problem. So anyway,
well, you can belittle the stream. That's actually from the catchphrase generator as well. But
you can belittle the stream.
Yeah, drink not rated.
It sounds like we have Choke on the line. Choke, how do you feel about that one? Sorry.
I really like the first half. Not so much the second half.
The first half was great. I was feeling excellent about the whole thing, especially when I thought you had an extra split there, and I thought we had 5 Triforces within something like 32 minutes. But unfortunately, reality sets in, and we just go back down to 0.
Yeah, it was a power bracelet block in 4, and then 3. Oh, 3 and 4 were power bracelet blocked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because after that I started clearing Death Mountain and Double D Mountain, and it ended up being a, you know, well, you don't know where they're at the time. I don't think we knew level 3 was where it was at the time, did we?
Yeah, we kind of suspected from the hints that it had to be in that spot because it was by a desert, and that was the only one you hadn't cleared.
Yeah, I missed that. I need to get better about reading those.
But also we had a boomerang hint, so we knew that the item in 3 was going to be a boomerang as well.
Yeah, if you remember the hint,
Well,
it
I knew
was.
the item in 3 was going to be junk. but I didn't recall.
Yeah,
I
they
recall it now that you say it, the desert hint, but I didn't recall it at the time. Which
That
is
was-
obviously why I went.
That was
last
very
round.
quick. That was when you were in level 2. That was very early in the run. Manhandler threatens in the desert. And then later on, near the end, it said a feat of strength is required to get the boomerang. Feat of strength meaning you had to get into a power bracelet spot. You already got into a power bracelet spot with level 4, and you knew what the item was there. It was the bow, so that means that you put the 2 and 2 together because it was the last dungeon and you knew about where it was. 3 was in that desert spot. Push power bracelet, boomerang. So
Yeah, it's the age-old story. I run through a lot of stuff fast, and I, missed some stupid thing, and it cost me 30 minutes.
Yeah, I've learned a lot too. I know that as a commentator, you really need to pay attention. I should have been taking notes, writing down which dungeon you were in, which items were there, just so I can get an accurate description. Because just being able to come up with catchphrases and talking about Alf is just not enough to get the job done.
Well, it doesn't
Well,
help
you
that
know-
TGE comes in and is better than us at everything and let us know all about it. And now I felt insecure for a while, and then I really wasn't commentating much
But
anymore.
we were
Oh, man.
both doing like the cliche TGE voice the whole time.
I was doing my regular voice.
Oh, but really, I was basically just trying to be whatever. I don't know. I felt like I was sounding exactly like you, which is not what you want to do.
But you know what they say. The run is complete. You can put it behind you and let the butter obtain the sight of toast.
It's true. I really kind of want to.
That's gotta be the worst catchphrase ever.
Here, I'm gonna fix this here.
Target her exploding force big style.
Can
That's
I make
got to be the...
Whoa, I like that.
That's a jock in backstreets. I don't know what that one means, but...
Can I make this text bigger?
I am off your stream now. Hold on.
I can't make it bigger. I need to screenshot this.
What is it?
That's sweet love. That's sweet love from TGE. Choke. What the hell are you doing?
Either go back into 1 and get the
Oh,
floor
yeah.
item, or go find 3 and get that Triforce.
Yeah, that was a great call out. I enjoyed that.
I saw that and I was like, dang, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
don't worry.
follow.
He was helping you play the game. He was helping us commentate. He did his job.
I was like, oh man, so rough. I still really like that. This is pretty. It really is a pretty layover.
I do too. You're broadcasting your desktop. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I did for a minute.
Okay.
There's something special on here. You afraid somebody's gonna see my icons or what?
No, I didn't know if you knew you were aware you were doing it. I was just giving you a
Oh yeah, I was trying to make this green leaf effect really, really huge. I was gonna put it in the center screen.
control plus.
Oh shit, there it is.
Oh, I never actually thought about doing that with the chat room.
So TGE, what advice do you have for the kids after a 156.57.80 run like that?
Go faster.
Go faster.
Go faster.
That's what she said.
What? Did you just make a TG soundboard? That's awesome. Can I have one?
Boy,
There you go. That's you're in accessibility mode now. I think you're in those Windows 95 kind of strats, making font magnified.
oh man, is that the guy from Doom? That's sweet.
No idea.
I love Isaac.
Well, sorry that was so long. It started off pretty good.
No, it was
Stupid
fun.
stuff.
It was very good.
No, that was great. Honestly, I want to do it like every day.
I'm gonna torture you guys again. It's so frustrating. It was such a good run to start with, and I just got hung up so bad.
You guys
I
can
need
do it for me next time.
I need real commentary practice. I'm serious.